dari MPN Sarawak yang dapat sebenarnya jumlah MPN kita di Sarawak adalah 46 ya, dan yang dapat bersama saya dalam keputusan yang saya akan bacakan nanti ya, statement ini adalah 32 ya, 32 dari 46, dan ketua cabang yang ada di Sarawak jumlahnya ialah 30 ketua cabang yang ada sekarang ini, dan yang bersama-sama saya dan mendukung statement saya ini mengenai isu MPN di Sarawak adalah 19 ya, 19 dari 30 ketua cabang. Yang ada pada hari ini adalah 16 ya, ketua cabang yang sama-sama saya pada hari ini, kerana 3 yang tidak dapat hadir, 2 overseas, yang satu itu dia off on holiday di Sarawak kerana ada tugas yang tidak dapat dilakukan ya. Itu secara umumnya, secara summary-nya. Dan kita sudah menyediakan satu press statement, dan saya akan baca ini dalam Inggeris dan juga ada salinannya dalam bahasa Malaysia ya. And this is what our statement, collective statement says ya, pada hari ini. We refer to the statement released by us on the 15th of November, which cancelled the Sarawak Keadilan Convention that was supposed to be held in Miri on the 23rd of November. The statement was arrived through consensus of the majority of the Majlis Pimpinan Negeri Sarawak atau MPN, and was not just the sole opinion of the chairman of MPN. That's me. Our position remains unchanged. Contrary to what was stated by other national leaders, we wish to reiterate that the decision taken by MPN Sarawak to cancel the convention was and continues to be a majority decision. The MPN consists of 46 members. Out of the 46, 32 members reached consensus to cancel the convention. This is a clear majority, and the 32 MPN members who make up our majority consist of 4 MPs, 3 ADUNs, 17 divisional heads atau ketua cabang, 5 deputy divisional heads and timbalan ketua cabang, and 9 state party leaders. Only 11 divisional heads, 2 of whom are MPs, and 2 youth leaders are not in agreement with our consensus. One remains impassable. It must also be noted that of the 11 divisional heads opposing the cancellation, 3 of their respective deputies agreed with the stand taken by us. Secondly, we would like to clarify that our collective statement was in no way intended to be a threat. We are genuinely dismayed and disturbed by recent events that have betrayed our party's principle of justice and democracy, as much as other national leaders wish to portray the narrative that the retracting of the invitation to officiate at the Youth Convention was merely a move away from tradition. We must remind everyone that 21 out of 25 elected youth leaders had opposed the retraction, and yet this was ignored in favor of appointed youth leaders, not elected youth leaders. We want to state clearly that this is not a threat, but merely a need for our top leaders to resolve the party's crisis and take into serious consideration the voice of elected members to represent grassroots party members. Thirdly, we are very disappointed with our national leaders to have dishonored our gentleman's agreement that Keadilan Sarawak and Keadilan Sabah enjoy autonomy in all state matters. A state convention comes under the purview of the state, but the decision of headquarters to proceed with the convention blatantly ignores the wishes of the majority of the state MPN and breaches the autonomy agreement. Finally, we are fully aware of the characters in Sarawak who are maneuvering and soliciting the support of several divisional heads in the state to surreptitiously undermine YB Baru's leadership, my leadership, by replacing him. We know that statutory declaration calling for the removal of YB Baru Bian have been circulated amongst the divisional heads, and that huge amount of money is being offered to sweeten the deal. And we are aware too that this move to remove YB Baru Bian as chairman of MPN Sarawak was planned to be executed during this Keadilan Sarawak Convention. This goes against the democratic principle the party stands for, and we reject such insidious move. We strongly urge the top leaders to close rank for the sake of the party and to respect Keadilan Sarawak's autonomy in making decisions involving the state. So all the lists are there. I think you have the statement and in Bahasa as well, so you can have the copy, yeah? You have the copy, yeah? Okay, terima kasih. Thank you. That's our statement today, and you see all those leaders at the back. We are not talking without any basis, yeah, because we hear and I read even I think it's today statement. I think Joshua Jabeng happens to be from Selangor, my constituency, says that they have 18 ketua cabangs wanted me to be out. So here we have the evidence before you that that is a lie, and we want to put that fact straight. Okay, have any question?
So, YB,
Yep.
adakah dengan selain tak ada protes sebab isu Datuk Seri Azmin tu, adakah pembatalan komisen ni sebab nak elakkan daripada YB digunakan seperti yang didakwa?
Kita sudah membuat satu pendirian, ya. Kerana sudah dalam statement yang dulu kita sudah masukkan isu yang tidak menghormati kehendak grassroots members, ya, leaders that have been elected, and that is one of the issue. And here, of course, we mentioned the same thing. The other issues, one of the main issues, besides the autonomy aspect of Sarawak in this whole concept, yeah, that is the other issue. And of course, the third issue that you have just raised is the issue that they are doing all this behind our back, and bagi kita ini tidak menghormati leaders yang telah dipilih melalui undang-undangnya, and yeah, that is one of the reasons why. Yeah.
In response to Selangor branch chairman Joshua Jabeng's claim, right? Why do you think he would come up and claim something like this, that 18 people want to oust you?
Well, I don't know what is the reason, but it's obvious that because out of there are 30 ketua cabang in Sarawak following the parliament seat, yeah, except one has not been formed. You all know about the story, lah. So when you talk about 18, it means more than 50%, more than 15 ketua cabang. So I think he is trying to portray and give that image that they have the majority. That is the main point. So that would probably be a basis for information that they must have communicated to the president. And on that basis, maybe, that they hope that the president would change the cabang of Sarawak. And I think that is the main reason why that number is being quoted.
When you mentioned about the president, Anwar Ibrahim did say that only a few Sarawakian leaders want the convention to continue. Now, based on what you just told us, are you saying that Anwar Ibrahim is wrong in saying this, or was he given the wrong information?
Well, I think today's presence of the leaders here shows it all. As I've said, out of the 46 MPN members in Sarawak, that includes the automatic one according to the law, the constitution, and plus the appointed one that we have appointed, out of 46, 32 are on our side that has agreed to this. So I don't know, perhaps he was given the wrong information from the ground. I don't know. It's obviously that that number is wrong. That we are obviously the majority in the MPN, 32 out of 46. And yeah.
And also in your statement you said about who's being offered to sweeten the deal. Are you going to launch a report with the anti-cheating support?
Well, we encourage those that have been offered to lodge a report, and I think we leave it to them to do that. Thank you.
Kami, betul ada rumor mengatakan Datuk Seri Anwar bersama dengan YB sekali akan bentuk parti baru, parti YB.
No, I have no knowledge of that. Saya tidak ada privilege of the information. Tapi bagi kita di Sarawak, tujuan yang terang dan jelas ini mengikut apa yang telah dikatakan dalam statement kami ini, tujuan kita supaya ada satu langkah yang positif dan serius untuk national leaders kita reconcile, resolve the problem in the party. And that's our concern. And it is a very serious concern, and it is our intention, in this whole thing. Otherwise, you're destroying the party, and that's what we're very worried of. And what is happening in Sarawak is very clear to us, and that's why we make a stand on the matter. As I've said, it's not a threat. It's just merely raising our concern to unite the party, to strengthen the party. That's the whole issue. And I believe that our leaders are in the position to do that, because they are honest leaders. We are just here representing the state leaders and the state concern. Okay, terima kasih. Yes.
What is your one message to the president today? Because all of you have flown all the way from Sarawak and you're fighting it out in KL and not your state.
Well, the clear message here, Zika, is that we would like this whole thing to be put right. Put right. And I think as a president, he has the power to do that.
Put right. What do you mean?
What is all happening here, and people trying to get at the, from back door, trying to destabilize us in Sarawak, not doing the proper procedure, and not according to the Constitution. These are the things that we're talking about. So it can be done, and I think as a president, I think he has the power to do it.
Are you asking the federal, the national leaders, the national PKR leaders, not to meddle in the state PKR affairs? I think there is a place for that. There is also a place for us to look at the Constitution. The Constitution is always our guide to all this, so we should not run away from the Constitution. But as I've said, there are certain areas that we agree that Sabah Sarawak should have the autonomy. So we are looking at, we are talking about this kind of autonomy. When the state convention does convene, according to the other side, in Miri, on November 23, as what Nick Nazmi and Dr. Teo has said, would anyone from your divisions or anyone, if they go, what would be your action?
Oh, well, we have made our stand here. I said we cancel the convention as far as I'm concerned. And if it proceeds outside what we have decided, then we do not have any power to deal with anybody. I mean, we look at the possibility that people can attend to. If they want to attend, that's up to them.
Will they face disciplinary action?
No, I don't think we can go beyond that, because basically the convention itself is outside the Constitution. Actually, this is just a convention that has been just decided to help the party to move forward. So I don't think there's any basis at the end of the day. But we have decided that we will cancel it, and that's our position at the moment.
By going against the national leaders, some of the national leaders today, are you prepared to face disciplinary action, all of you?
Well, we make our stand here. That's our position. It's our position that we make a stand, whatever it is. If they think that we have gone against the law, the constitution, I mean, that is up to them to decide. But as far as concerned, we are making our stand as state leaders, and I think that is very clear. And we believe that what we do now is within the confine of the law and the constitution. I'm sure we can do it. I don't think it's illegal. It's unlawful, right? You know, we're just raising our concern, and I think that is a very noble concern. And I think I don't see any problem with the law.
Have you requested a meeting with the president
On what?
on what your opinion is at this moment?
Not on these issues, but I think this is our stand. I mean, we have always been open to any meeting with the president or with anybody. Yeah, but what is clear now is the fact that what's happening on the ground, and that's why we're making our position clear and our stand clear. Basically, that.
Putting together all the divisions, how many PKR members are under these divisions?
I wouldn't be able to give you that exact statistic.
About
20,000. I just been informed it would be about 20,000.
And how many members are there in the whole of Sarawak?
Minus Julau.
Excluding.
minus
Julau 30.
It's about 30,000. Okay, terima kasih. Good day, ya. Ada isu macam? When was it?
Part of the meeting that in his house and the MPs and also some of the state PKR leaders at his residence in Putrajaya 2 days ago.
Oh, no. That one I wasn't there. That's the one that in the house, is it?
Yeah.
I wasn't there.
Any other questions?
Okay.
Would you be attending any of the meetings in Thailand today?
Any meeting?
In Parliament?
Today.
Today, tonight?
Oh, I don't know about this. I will look at it. I don't know about this one. Okay, terima kasih. Good day, ya. Thank you for coming.
Foto, guys.